You're listening to the Tel Aviv Review here on TLV1. I am Gilad Halpern. Welcome back. I'm now joined here in the studio by Dr. Noa Lavie. She's a sociologist at the Tel Aviv-Yaffo Academic College, specializing in the impact of television on society in Israel and beyond. We're here to discuss her most recent research about reality television and how it's been shaped by forces like capitalism, art, and others. Hello, Noa, and welcome to the Tel Aviv Review.
Hi, thank you.
So, reality television and quality. I can't think of two things that are further apart. And I'm not saying this because I'm an arty-farty old geezer. Well, maybe so, but not just because of that. And I don't mean that there's no value in reality TV at all. I mean, it's entertaining, it's offering an insight into human nature, but quality, it ain't. So how do you go about theorizing it? Tell me a bit about the fundamentals of your
First of all,
approach.
when you say quality it ain't, you say it from a standpoint of a person, a viewer. And I am a sociologist, so when I look at the word quality, I don't take for granted that there is such a thing as quality per se, or that quality has an essence. Maybe it has an essence. Maybe there are some things that have more aesthetic quality. But as a sociologist, I'm interested in the social forces that shape, exactly like you said, the meaning of quality in a certain society. Well, if we think that reality television is not quality television, I would like to ask, who are the people who shape the quality of reality television as garbage?
But you did choose to focus on this very specific genre, reality TV, as opposed to, I don't know, soap opera or sitcoms and other things whose quality is debatable.
Is questioned.
No, yeah, exactly. Reality TV, I think that the best case against why it's not quality is that there's no detachment from the daily life experience, which is very dull at the end of the day.
Non-scripted. This is how it's called in the academic world. It's unscripted television. Well, unscripted is not drama. It's not even soap opera. So it's not quality television. But
so is this one of the tenets of what makes quality? It has to be scripted. It has to have some literary.
It has to be scripted. But I have to explain the history of my work, because I didn't start with reality television. When I was working on my PhD, I was questioning the quality debate over quality drama, like In Treatment, or HBO dramas, dramas that made a huge difference in the television global world, dramas that are regarded even more artistic than film, more avant-garde, like today, television, drama television is supposed to be more avant-garde than...
it's a recent thing, though.
It's a recent... It's a 20, 30-year-old thing, which started with the one drama called the Hill Street Blues in the United States, 1981, 1982. NBC, they decided to address a more intellectual audience in order to make them watch TV. So it was kind of a revolutionary thing. And the idea to make a quality drama was actually being cooked in the offices of NBC producers. They were saying, okay, let's do something with quality. Let's do something that people who are intellectual, people who live in New York, will watch. And then they decided...
Because up until then, television was strictly entertainment.
Strictly entertainment.
And information.
And information and trash. And then they thought that it would be good for business to attract people.
Isn't it a similar process to what cinema or Hollywood went through 30 or 40 years before?
It's exactly the similar process, and there's a very interesting book by Sharon Bauman. He's a sociologist from Harvard, and he wrote a big book about quality Hollywood film.
Right.
So I decided to research the field of quality television, and my PhD was about quality drama.
Okay, so let's get the definitions again. I mean, who defines what quality is, other than the producers at NBC? Is quality, by definition, elitist?
Yes, but it's not... let me start from the beginning. The forces which define quality are players in the field of television production. I look in the field of television production. The producers of quality are critics, the creators themselves, and the capitalistic, owners of television. It's a process of three joint forces. And first of all, the creators themselves, they have to justify their work to themselves and to the public.
What does it mean? Ethically? That they're doing the right thing? What does it mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
That despite the fact that they are producing television, this is not just trashy television for the masses. They're producing quality television.
Right.
And then they actually use definitions taken out of the art world, definitions of artistic quality, like authenticity. They're authentic. They're geniuses. They're eccentric. They, when I interviewed people like the creator of In Treatment, Gilad Halpern, he said, I am producing for my inner self.
Right.
Or Dana Modan, who is a renowned television creator in Israel, she said, it's like God is touching me. And when I write my television pieces...
So they've even adopted the mannerisms of artists.
And they're eccentric, and they don't succumb to the capitalist moguls. They say they can't interfere with my work. That's why they also create dichotomy between regular television, like Channel 2 and Channel 10, and cable. Cable is more artistic because it's free of the...
market forces.
Exactly. It's free of the market. So artistic quality television is free of the market forces. It's authentic. It's actually has also political controversial meaning. When I used interviews with Said Kashu, I said, I am doing television that is supposed to make a difference.
To make an impact.
An impact, a difference, and it's also, and I'm talking about occupation, which is a no-no word in Israel. And I'm creating a television piece which is in Arabic. And it's...
still, Said Kashua's show was on Channel 2 in prime time.
It was prime time, but it's not prime time television, it's off prime time.
So the boundaries are blurred here.
It's a good point. The boundaries are blurred, and what I found in my research, and I will explain it later about reality, that if the art world is supposed to be completely authentic and autonomous, television can't be. So the creators create their boundaries of where is it, like up until here it's authentic and autonomous, but we understand that we have to pay our dues to the moguls, because if we won't pay our dues, we won't get aired. So they have red lines, and the red lines are exactly the script. They say the script is the place where no one will interfere with us, and casting.
But still, it invites some kind of self-censorship. Even if the moguls don't say, okay, don't write this and don't cast this unknown actor, go for that star. Still, in order to please the moguls, I mean, it is a commercial endeavor. After all,
so they have techniques. Like one of the creators, I won't say the name because he won't work afterwards. But one of the creators told me that he wrote a television series, and then Keshet Broadcasting wanted to
big production company.
Yes, the big production company. They wanted him to cast a huge talent in Israel for the leading role, and he said, "No, this actor is not what I saw in my vision." So he wrote another role, a friend, and the friend was the talent, and he could cast the unknown actor he wanted to cast. So this is the techniques that they use.
Let's go to reality TV, because everything you just said does not apply to reality TV.
But I just have to say something about the critics. The critics, they write the same actually discourse. They say it has to be authentic, it has to be blah blah blah. And then after finishing this research, I said, okay, let's talk about reality television. There are a lot of researchers in the United States who asked similar questions about soap operas. And they saw that the same discourse, quality discourse, which applies to drama, quality drama applies to soap operas. There are completely trashy soap operas. There's like an inner differentiation. Yes, there's completely trashy soap operas, and there are the quality soap operas, which always have less ratings. They make less money, and they're more authentic. And
can you give an example of a quality soap opera?
Yes,
that
like
we might have heard about.
Guiding Light is supposed to be more artistic than The Bold and the Beautiful.
Right.
And why? Because the critics write that it's less commercial. It's the same discourse. So I wanted to ask the same question about reality television. And you have to understand that reality television is a very hated genre among critics and academics. Nick Caldray, one of the leading communication scholars of our days, wrote about reality television, that reality television is a horror theater of capitalism.
He was lenient there.
So and what he meant was that when we watched Big Brother, we actually adjust to capitalism. It's a theater of capitalism which teaches the audience to be very competitive.
Okay.
Teaches us to be very competitive.
Well, so does Mastermind. I mean, seriously, I mean, competitions is something that is very common.
If you're Marxistic or neo-Marxistic, everything is competitive in capitalism. Even the academic world, we compete.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's part of life.
It's part of capitalism, not part of life.
No, but you live in a capitalist world, and when you have a career to pursue, obviously you're going to compete against others.
Yes, but why is reality television a horror theater?
Okay,
why is it a horror? Because everything is taken to the extreme. Well, and sometimes you even like in Survivor, you have to cheat and lie in order to win. And then when you speak in front of the camera, you say, well, I'm authentic because I am a cheater and I don't lie about it. Well,
just like Donald Trump.
Just like Donald Trump. It's exactly the same. And he's very popular now. Maybe he'll be the next president.
And a reality TV star.
And exactly. So, and it's very interesting because capitalism took the word authenticity, which was supposed to be in the art world, something which comes from your inner self. And capitalism takes authenticity and turns it upside down. In reality television, you can see it to the extreme. There was a winner of the Big Brother in Israel, Eliraz Sadeh. He's a very famous figure now in Israel. And his authenticity was that he accepted the way he sometimes lies and cheats and acts actually disgusting. But he's authentic. This is what he does in order to win.
It's likable.
So being authentic on reality television is not like being authentic in a drama. Being authentic in reality television is being a cheater and a liar, and actually Donald Trump, and even, being chauvinistic and saying horrible things about women, but hey, I'm authentic.
Yeah.
So
my mouth is where my heart is.
So when I ask, is reality television quality, and I go to academics like Nick Caldray, the answer is no. It's trash, and it's a horror theater of neoliberalism. But when I look inside the television field itself. When I read 260 reviews about reality shows, I saw that there is a distinction between quality reality shows and trashy reality shows. And it was very interesting to see that, I don't know if you know the reality show The Beauty and the Geek.
Yeah.
It's a format.
It's an international
format, which was also, produced in Israel. And Beauty and the Geek is a reality show which puts together geeks and beauties who are supposed to be stupid. And they have to go through sort of a change.
A bonding.
A bonding. Mm-hmm. This bonding changes them. The geeks, they become beauties, and the beauties become intellectual. Mm-hmm. And they're also supposed to fall in love, and And this show was actually regarded as a quality reality show.
Seriously.
Also in Haaretz newspaper, which is a highbrow newspaper. Why was Beauty and the Geek regarded as quality? Because the reviewers, the critics, thought it has a moral value. It has a moral, social value. And the moral, social value was the process that the geeks and the beauties went through, and it was regarded as more authentic. So you see that the discourse of authenticity, like in drama, is also apparent in reality, but it's not like artistic or unscripted. It's different. It has to be with moral values in order to be of quality. And this is very interesting because when I interviewed most of the very popular creators of reality television in Israel, all of them tried to show me how their reality show has moral values.
So it's a benchmark of it is the quality that they're
the quality that is seek that they're after. It's not the same quality like in drama. It's a moral quality.
In the very little time that we have left, I would like you to focus on the features that are really unique to the Israeli scene. It is a small market after all. It is, in a language that very few people around the world speak. I mean, you can't really draw parallels between the American juggernaut and the tiny Israeli market, or can you?
You can. First of all, Israel is a small but very prosperous television market. Israel is an exporter of television formats, especially for Eastern Europe, because we are very good at inventing cheap to produce formats because we don't have money. Actually, In Treatment is a good example for a very unique, cheap format, which is also regarded as of quality. And also we exported reality shows to the United States, to Eastern Europe. Israel is a very good market in inventing cheap to produce formats.
So is this part of the capitalist umbrella of, where all this is happening?
It's part of the capitalist umbrella, but it's also part of the cultural umbrella because Israel is a small television market. We take the formats like Big Brother and Survivor, but we have something unique. We have something culturally unique. I just read a very interesting work about MasterChef, which is the cooking reality.
Which I never quite got, I have to say. Why does cooking make good television? You can't smell or taste the dishes.
It's not the cooking, it's the stories. It's the people. So it's not the cooking, it's not the singing, it's nothing. It's the people, it's the story. That's why sometimes, not the best chef wins the show, but the one with the best story, the one who was a junkie and now he's a chef. The Israeli format of MasterChef is different than the international formats. Israeli people cry a lot more on reality television than, let's say, Dutch people. They make less sex, again, yes, because it's not culturally acceptable in Israel, but they cry a lot. And I think this is something which is unique to Israel. The explanation is very interesting. Why do we cry more And we also always go back to the Holocaust. I know it's not very popular to talk about it, but we're victims, and we are emotional, and we are Jewish, and we cry more. In
So it's this load of history on our shoulders, right?
Yes,
that makes us cry on reality TV. How interesting, Dr. Noa Lavie. I'm afraid we've run out of time, but thank you so much for coming in. You're a sociologist at the Tel Aviv-Yaffo Academic College, specializing in the impact of television on society. Thank you very much. It was fascinating.